Oh god, that reminds me of that one really fucking weird. I'm sure it was another fetish episode of Jimmy Neutron, where
someone got butt pregnant.
Carl, yeah, like an alien sucks on his ass in the first act, and his ass becomes fucking huge and bulbous, and it's
what?
An alien egg is impregnated in his ass cheeks, and they become big and wobbly, and it's like, yeah, we know what you're doing here. That's really fucking sick and twisted to do to like an 8-year-old.
That's odd.
That's putting it lightly. I was always made uncomfortable by that episode. I made sure to flip the channel as soon as I ever saw that pregnant butt.
I think I understand why.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's
how do you pitch that to someone?
I don't know. I just gotta think that there's some creepy fetish solidarity on the writing staffs and the producer's part, where it's like they all share the same fetish, but they know they can only get away with doing like 1 or 2 episodes of it, so they hand it off to the best writer to make sure that it'll pass the network's execs' heads, you know.
Right.
God damn! Why do you keep fighting that guy?
They're difficult, but you can defeat them.
And why do you get the option to die or resurrect? Why would you
I can accept my fate, I guess, or
why would you ever pick die then?
You can only it's like the title. I can only do it once. Shadows only die twice. There, see, I beat him.
Congratulations. You want a fucking medal?
No, I get a prayer bead. I feel like this game is going to be like other From Software games where I'm going to get a shitload of stuff that I never use.
Dude, that's every RPG ever.
Oh, for sure.
I remember I ended Skyrim with 99 of almost every single potion. It's like, I might need this for a boss fight later, but the boss fights never came.
I could never understand why they made potions of invisibility. Like, when do you use that? You can just put a bucket on someone's head and they can't see you anymore.
It's I guess it's for sneaking in caves when you're, but...
So you can't run up and put a bucket on someone's head?
Yeah, because they would kill you before you get to do that. For robbing, yeah, the bucket strategy works, but I remember that game being super broken. I found out really early to put all my points into sneak and archery.
Oh, yeah.
And
then you just one-shot people.
Yeah, you just one-shot almost everything before they even see you. And all the NPCs are retarded, where if a body drops 2 feet away from them, they're like, who's there? Must be nothing.
What was that? Must be nothing.
Oh, what a cutie patootie.
She's my wife.
Is my favorite color, baby. Can you come over here and show it to me a little bit closer?
She's my waifu. So this is something you said like over a year and a half ago, but I'm curious if you were just...
you still remember it.
I still remember. I'm curious if it was actually real or if you were just making a joke, and so I'll find out now.
Real.
You said you had a horrible Sweet 16? Was that just a joke, or did you actually have a terrible 16th birthday?
I guess it was so bad I don't even remember it. I remember my 21st birthday being pretty fucking depressing.
I didn't help you with that, did I?
No. It was like my actual birthday, like the day of my birthday. It was just, it was sort of like those pictures you've seen on the internet of those NEETs that are like 23 years old, still living at home, and there's nobody at their party. And their parents just give them like a really depressing, bland-looking cake with a solitary candle on it.
Just a white cake.
Yeah. Or like a chocolate cake, but you know it was made from like a Pillsbury preset. A premix. That's sort of how my 21st was, where it was just fucking...
You didn't even get drunk?
Well, that was the thing, is I had to work that day and go to school that day, and I came back and like nobody was home except for my mom and dad. And it's like, oh, son, it's your 21st. I forgot.
Thanks, Dad.
Let me mix you a vodka tonic. And then like I sat alone on a stool in my kitchen, clutching a vodka tonic that I thought tasted awful because
they do.
I'm not a huge drinker, and I was like, wow.
I don't like the taste of tonic water, and vodka tastes terrible. It's more about tolerating it. So
yeah,
I'm not surprised. That's a terrible drink to make for someone drinking the first time.
Well, he drinks. It might have been a gin and tonic, but yeah,
Oh, that's even worse.
He fucking drinks those like water every night.
Gin tastes like Christmas trees.
But not even good Christmas trees.
Right.
Like rat-infested
like a shitty one.
Christmas trees.
Well, that sounds like a promising Christmas.
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess what you always see on television just paints such a different picture where it's like everyone's surrounded with friends. They got a bunch of alcohol. Everyone's having a great time. You find someone that's with big breasts. You fall in love. You titty fuck them while you're drunk. Puke on their face. Everything's happy. But I didn't get any of that for my 21st.
No, that's quite the night. Well, if I'd known you for your 20th birthday, what I usually do for people turning 20 is I take them skydiving. Since you're not old enough to drink, let's at least endanger your life in other ways.
I ain't got no money.
Well, I would have paid for it because it's your birthday.
You ain't got no money.
At the time, no.
At the time right now. When was there a time you had money other than in the military?
That's about it.
Exactly.
Oh, just before the military, because I was working a lot.
At the neighborhood Pizza Hut, that sweet Pizza Hut money you could spend on me skydiving.
No, I worked at some factory a couple times before that.
Factory? What the fuck were you making? Shells for the Nazis?
No, I didn't work. I worked at the factory after it closed down at night. I was a factory janitor.
Just swinging keys on a loop.
I wish.
No, I worked through the dust.
I worked at the Honda factory, so they would get like dirty as fuck during the day. And
but if it's closed down, why the fuck does it matter?
What do you mean?
You just said that the factory was closed.
Yeah, like they closed it at night.
Oh, see, when I heard the factory was closed,
you didn't close down.
Yeah, closed down.
Sorry,
you didn't say I cleaned it during the graveyard shift.
Yeah, I worked nights.
I was like, who the fuck would pay somebody to keep a derelict factory clean?
It's a good gig, right?
Yeah.
You just thought it was Millhouse.
That's why I said swinging keys on a loop, whistling in the dark. A janitor came up to me and said, I'd like to poison your mind with wrong ideas that appeal to you, though I am not unkind. I looked at him, I looked at her, written across her scalp. And these are the words that it faintly said as it tried to call for help. There's only one thing that I know how to do well, and I've often been told you can do what you know how to do well, and that's be you. Be what you're like. Be like yourself. And so I'm having a wonderful time, but I'd rather be cleaning in the dark. Cleaning in the dark. Cleaning in the dark. Cleaning in the dark. There's only one thing that I like, and that is cleaning in the dark.
It always impresses me how many songs you have memorized.
That's because my repertoire is painfully low. That's why I don't really listen to music all willy-nilly.
You only listen to the stuff you already like?
Yes. I don't know what the meaning of the phrase expanding my horizons mean. I'm going to be listening to the same 4,000 songs till the day I die.
I actively pursue new music and other such things.
I would, but I don't really have the means to. Just like if I was a rich man with $1 million or $2 million, I would have a bunch of CDs and a dog in a zoo.
That's a shitty zoo.
I'll call it the Dogatorium.
The Dogatorium?
Dude, that's a fucking $1 million idea. Get the fuck out of here. People don't give a shit about leopards and lepers. They want cute dogs. So I'll just have a zoo filled with nothing but different breeds of dogs where a bunch of basic white bitches can come take selfies in front of them. It'll sell like hotcakes, baby!
That actually is a really good idea. I would like to invest in your idea.
Of course, the only investors I have will give me government cheese. That's not a very good
Government
principle.
Cheese.
What's the interest rate on government cheese? I don't think it ages very well, so is it negative?
It's worth what it is at the time. No more, no less.
So just a flat principle. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to check my index fund manager on this one.
Uh-huh.
I'm just spouting a bunch of bullshit financial rhetoric because I know jack.
I'm an accountant, but I know nothing about business accounting, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I know jack shit about finances. It's such a huge, gaping, fat hole in my whole knowledge of the world. It's like I know a bunch of useless shit, like Lewis Carroll's a pedophile, but I don't know what a hedge fund really does, or I don't know what a 401k is. Isn't that just being 401,000? Is that the sequel to Warhammer? I don't know.
I mean, I could explain a 401k to you if you'd like.
Bitch, are we doing a let's play or are we doing a fucking pep talk? No.
Let's switch this over to an accounting game, and I'll teach you all accounting.
Yeah, if we're play something like what's that, like Racketeer or whatever it is?
Yeah, Racketeer.
Then that would make sense. But we're playing Sekiro. Shadows die twice. Let's talk more about the Japanese and how depraved they are.
I don't think they're more depraved. They just have different tastes than the rest of Western civilization.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more shit that's depraved. Maybe it's because a lot of it's hand drawn, so they can get away with the depraved shit. But
right. It's a drawing. Nobody got hurt.
Well, I just can't imagine there being that much American pornography that has to do with people getting their limbs chopped off and then fucked in the holes that are left, you know? Or I can't imagine American pornography where it's a bunch of, remember Goosh Goosh Goosh?
Oh God, yes, I remember.
I can't imagine that. There's just some sort of weird, I mean, there are American pornographies where it's a bunch of like fat old white dudes fucking pretty girls for sure, but it's not the same level as Goosh Goosh Goosh. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up.
Just Google Goosh Goosh Goosh.
G-U-S-H. 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 That's G-U-S-H. 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 Operators are standing by.
I thought it was O-O-S-H.
Goosh. It could be. I don't even remember.
Gush.
I was thinking the spelling was G-U-S-H just because Gushi in Korean is I think kind of barbecue. So I figured, barbecued asshole is probably what it's getting at. Barbecued boy asshole.
Of course.
Goosh, 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 goosh.
Yeah, I couldn't understand why you showed that to me. I still don't know.
Hey, it's giving us a talking point right now. You got to expand your horizons, as I said. I don't know about 401ks, but I know about goosh, goosh, goosh.
You know about huge overweight men fucking poor men to death.
Yeah.
You need to work on your priorities of your horizon, not so much expanding it, I think.
Yeah, my beach heads look very, very weird in the horizons of my mind.
Oh, there's a guy right there.
Charlie's in the bushes! Charlie's in the bushes!
I want my money back.